Welcome to this gentle yet challenging flow for balance. I'm Mandy Lehman, and I'll guide us through today's class. What I'm teaching in my in-person classes this week was Yoga, Citta, Vritti, Nirodhah. And what that means is when the fluctuations of our mind cease, yoga is happening. So today's focus in the balance postures will be aimed at getting our mind to a one-pointed focus. When we're balancing, there's not a lot else we can focus on. And then we'll drop down to our mat to wind down the practice in a very cool and soft way, allowing the mind space for the vrittis so that you can make the determination or the discernment to not follow or attach yourself to the thoughts or sensations that arise. We won't be able to stop the thoughts. And in fact, I have found that trying to stop the thoughts only makes them come more frequently. But our goal is to see our thoughts, our sensations, as clouds in the sky. And they're passing by. We're not attaching ourselves to any one cloud, but we're noticing. We see the thought. We see the, I need to do this, I should do that, the replays of conversations and the planning. We see it happen, but we choose not to indulge in the thoughts. We choose not to follow them all the way to the end. Hint, there is no end of the thoughts. It's like the ocean waves. They just keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. But when we can not attach ourselves to the thoughts and we let them pass by, we're creating a peace or a stillness in our body and mind that can help us to feel more present, more alive, more embodied in our own body and our own soul. So let's go ahead and get started. So coming onto your mat, find your comfortable seat. This is Sukhasana, easy seat, or Siddhasana, like myself here, with my ankles in line with my pelvis. I am sitting up on a blanket to help prop my hips higher, and I have 2 blocks, which are going to be really helpful for today's practice. So as you arrive, you might close your eyes if it feels safe enough, and begin to notice what's present with you. Notice your own vrittis of mental fluctuations. And let's not make them bad or good, but only to notice. As you arrive, perhaps your body can get a little more settled, a little heavier. Invite your awareness to soak up more of your breath, just as it is, the organic breath. No need to lead it or change it, but only to notice for a few more moments. When you feel ready, please blink your eyes open and join me here. We'll begin with some gentle neck rolls. Draw your chin down towards your chest and then up towards the ceiling. Notice your pace. See if you could possibly slow it down just a little. Just to notice the subtle transition of your head rolling around your shoulders. Go in the opposite direction. Bring your head to neutral and drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. But let your shoulder get a little heavy. You could tip your chin down towards your collarbone and let your chin explore slightly side to side or up and down. When it feels complete on this side, bring your head back to neutral and dip the left ear to the left shoulder. Breathe into the space we've created on the right side. And then tip your chin towards your collarbone. Begin exploration. Return your head to center. Take some shoulder rolls. Reach the shoulders up towards the ears and draw them down your back. Squeeze your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, release. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, release, exhale. Last one. Squeeze those shoulders like you're going to wear them as earrings. You can squeeze your fists and your face, and then use your exhale to melt the tension away. Reach your right arm over your chest and hook your left elbow around your right arm. Breathe here. Switch the cross of your arm. Let's do some nerve flossing. Reach out with the right hand and push out with the heel of your hand. Turn your head to the left. And then on your exhale, draw the hand towards your head and turn your head to neutral. So inhale, reach out and push through the heel of your hand. And then return. 3 more times. Try not to go too fast. And invite yourself to linger anywhere that would feel good to linger. Last one. Return. Opposite side. Reach the left hand out. Press, press, press with the heel of your left hand. Then turn your head to the right. When you're ready, exhale, draw the hand in towards your head and turn your head to neutral. Three more times at your own pace. Release your hand to your lap. You can place your hands over your knees and take a few cat-cows. Inhale, reach your chest forward, then up, look up. And then exhale to concave your back behind you. Move through these spinal undulations at your own pace. Or perhaps a little slower. When that feels good for you, let's come back to neutral. Then stretch your legs long and shake them out. Bring them back in and sit in the opposite direction. So if your left leg was in front before, perhaps try your right leg. And it might feel a little different or uncomfortable, and that's okay. See if you can let that just be and not need to make it mean something about yourself. Please interlock your fingers together. And as you inhale, flip the palms, push out and up. That's the inhale. The exhale, push out with the heel of your hands as you reach out. Then interlock your fingers behind the base of your spine and draw your knuckles and chin down. We'll move through this at your own pace. Inhale. Exhale. One or two more times at your own pace. The next time you reach up, pause here. And if you haven't come into this posture yet, go ahead and come into it now. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend to the right. Try to keep both sitting bones on the ground and turn your gaze towards the floor. On your next inhale, rise up and side bend to the opposite side. Turn your gaze down towards the floor. Use your next inhale to come up. Release the interlock of your fingers. Take an inhale here. When you reach the top of your inhale, look up and take a sip more breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Outer left hand comes to the outer right thigh. Inhale, get long in your spine. Exhale, hug belly button towards your spine. Use your next inhale to come all the way up. Look up and take that sip more of breath. Exhale, twist to the left. Let your inhale take your spine long, tall. As you exhale, hug your belly button to your spine. Inhale, reach your arms up. Look up, take that sip of breath. Join your hands together. Exhale, heart center. We're going to do a pranayama practice called the physiological sigh. I gave you a little hint in our twist of what that's all about. You're going to inhale to the top of the inhale, wherever your capacity is at. When you reach the top of your capacity, sip a breath more in. Once you've sipped the breath, then exhale as a sigh. So you can sigh it out, or you might like to try sighing it out through your nose. We really want to make sure we can get that full exhale out. So you might want to slow the first 1/3 of your exhale down and then let the rest of the exhale come. We'll do it a few times so you can try it and you can feel it. And if it works for you as it's intended, which is a full body reset, then you can use this breath practice throughout your week and your day, anywhere, anytime you need to reset. And you feel like you can't get a deep breath, the sip breath or the physiological sigh is the one for you. Wherever you're at in your breathing cycle, take an inhale and then just let it out. We'll begin the first one together. Draw in your inhale all the way to the top. When you reach the top, take a sip more breath in. Slowly release, and then release all as a sigh. Pause and take a couple natural breaths. We've hit the button or we've flipped the lever and told our body we want to reset. So now allow it to do its thing. We'll do a total of 3 physiological sighs today, but we're going to take natural breaths in between. Are you ready for the second cycle? When you're ready with your inhale, draw it in, slow and deep. At the top, take that sip of breath more. Pause. Begin to slowly let it out and then sigh the rest. Now tune in and watch how your natural breaths occur next. Last one. As you feel ready, begin to draw in your inhale, long, smooth. Take the sip more. Feel your ribs expand there, and then begin to slowly sigh it out. Tune in. Watch your breath like it's the most interesting thing happening on earth right now. Blink your eyes open. Let's come into tabletop. If you have trouble with your knee or your wrists, you could use a blanket under your knee or under your palms. It can be really helpful, or you can set it aside. Spread your fingers wide and stack your shoulders, elbows, and wrists, and your hips and your knees. Your fingers can be slightly towards the outer edge of your mat. Find a neutral spine. Reach the shoulders down. Reach the crown of your head forward, tailbone back. Inhale, drop your lower belly to arch your back. Lift your chest forward, then up. Lift your chin. Press down, press the floor away from you to arch your back into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat to child's. So we're adding some more dynamic movement to our cat-cow. Inhale to cow. Exhale, arch your back to cat, child's pose. So you complete the exhale when your heels and hips meet. Inhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, child's. Let's add a little bit more to this. We're going to go into cobra. Inhale, cow. Walk your hands forward. Cobra. Lift the chest. Exhale, push up through cat. Child's. Inhale, cow. Cobra. Child's. Last one. Inhale through cow to cobra. Exhale through cat to child's pose. Bring your big toes together, knees apart, and pause here. Again, walking your hands over to the right and breathe into your left side body. We're creating compression on the right side, space on the left. Begin to walk your hands over to the left. And we're switching the compression here, opening up the right side after it's been compressed, allowing new blood flow, new oxygen to your cells, tissues, and organs. Inhale. Let's walk the hands over to the right and have the same benefit on the left side. Breathe into your left side. And then walk your hands once more over to the right. And breathe into your right side. Hands back to center. Spread your fingers wide. Come up to table. Tuck your toes, down dog. You're going to begin to flow here. Walk your dog, bend one knee and then the other. Inhale, look forward and step or hop to the top of your mat to meet your hands. Forward fold. Place one hand on each elbow and keep a bend in your knees. If you'd like, you could sway side to side. Maybe shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Release your elbows. Place your hands on your shins or blocks. Halfway lift. Reach the crown of your head forward and your tailbone back like we did in table. Then step your right foot back and lower your knee. Inhale, come up. Cactus arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, fingertips to blocks or the mat. Step up off your right foot. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Left leg back, lower the left knee. Inhale, rise up. Squeeze shoulder blades. Fingertips to blocks. Step up off your left knee. Step forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Right leg back. Come onto your knee. Inhale, reach up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Fingertips to blocks or the mat. Step up. Step your left leg back this time. Down dog. Right leg forward. Lower onto your left knee. Inhale, reach up. Cactus arms, squeeze, open your heart. Fingertips to the block, step back, down dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Press down into your blocks or the earth. So really press down to lift your chest. Then step your right foot forward. Lower your left knee. Inhale, lift. Shoulder blades squeeze. Fingertips to mat or block. Step right leg back. Down dog. Rock forward to plank. Press down into the earth. Lift your chest. Then step your left foot forward. Lower your right knee. Inhale, rise up. Squeeze. Fingertips to your blocks. Down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Then step it forward between your hands. Warrior 1. Step your back foot forward a little bit to shorten your stance. And toes are about a 45-degree angle. Press down into your right foot to hinge from the hips, come up. Interlock your fingers below the base of your spine. Draw your shoulders down. Keep pressing into your right foot. Then begin to lengthen the right leg, extending the knee as you hinge from the hips. Pull your feet together, pyramid. Inhale, rise up, bend into your right knee, press down, draw your knuckles down, look up. So in this warrior 1, our feet are pulling in opposite directions, as if we're going to pull the mat apart right in half with our feet. And then when we transition, begin to straighten your right leg, hinge from the hips, draw your hands overhead. Begin to pull your feet together for pyramid. Inhale, pull the feet apart, bend into the right knee. Lift the chest, draw knuckles down. Exhale, pyramid. Last one, inhale, warrior 1. With our knuckles pulling down towards the ground. Exhale, pyramid. Drop your right hand to the mat on the inner right sole of your foot. Inhale, reach up with the left hand. Exhale, return left hand to the mat. Frame your foot with your fingertips and then step back to down dog. 1 or 2 breath cycles here. Inhale, left foot up behind you. Rock forward into your plank. Press down into the earth as you step left foot between your hands. Shorten your stance. Press down into your left foot. Hinge from your hips. Warrior 1. Warrior 1 variation, we're going to interlock the fingers. Draw the shoulders and knuckles down. And begin moving your feet apart. They're not going to actually move. This is isometrics. This is going to light up your legs. Then begin to pull your feet together as you extend your left leg. Hinge from the hips, come forward, pyramid. Keep drawing your feet together. As we hinge from the hips and come up, the feet move in the opposite direction. Draw your knuckles down. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, warrior 1. Bend into the left knee. Press down into the earth. Last one, pyramid. Release your fingers. Drop your left hand to your inner left ankle. Inhale, reach up with the right arm. Return fingertips to the mat. Frame your foot. Step back to down dog. If you need to walk your dog here, or you prefer to drop your knees and take a puppy pose, you're welcome to do so. We're going to move into our balancing series. Walk your feet up to your hands. Come all the way up, upward hands pose. Palms together, bring your palms to your heart. Shift your weight into your left foot for tree pose. So find the tree pose that works for you today. Every day we're different. We're allowed to fluctuate. So you might place your heel as a kickstand, or bring the sole of your foot to your shin, or all the way to your inner thigh. Press your foot and your leg into one another. This is going to create that steady foundation. Lift your ribs up, hugging everything into the center line. If you'd like, you could grow your tree branches. Try to ground all four corners of your feet into the earth so you could lift your toes and then place your toes back down. Bring your hands to heart center. Then begin warrior three. Kick back with your right heel, toes face down. You could place your hands on your left leg, your left thigh, or to blocks. Kick back with your heel. If you're wobbling, smile at your wobbles. And then we're going to lift the knee to chest. Hug your knee and place it back on the mat. Great job. Shake that out. We're going to switch sides. So ground the four corners of your right foot. Lift all 5 toes and place all 5 toes back down. Find your variation of tree today. It may be different on this side than it was on the other side. It's perfectly normal. So begin pressing your right leg into your left foot into your right leg. Lift your rib cage. Grow branches if you'd like, or stay where you are. If you're wobbling like a tree in the wind, you can smile at your wobbles, knowing that it's the falling out of balance that trains balance. So it's not staying in balance that helps us not fall. It's practicing falling that helps us balance. Bring your hands to heart center. When you're ready, we're going to begin to kick back with the left leg into warrior three. Hands on your right thigh or to blocks. If you have your balance, you could bring your hands behind you like airplane. Toes kick down. See if you can soften. If you can do a little less here. We're asking a lot of the body, but what part of you could ease? Maybe it's the mind or the mental chatter. Inhale, lift up with the left leg, knee to chest, and back down. Great job. We have one more balance pose for you today. So standing, I'll face you, and then I'll move towards the short edge of my mat. We're going into eagle pose. Ground your left foot, pick up the right leg, cross it over. Okay, if you'd like to take the bind or the wrap with your foot, you could also use the kickstand. That can be enough today. Option to bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart, or right arm over left and bend your elbows. Sink your hips down, lift your ribs up. From here, this is going to be really fun. Preparing for it, begin to unhook your leg. We're going to crescent lunge. Step your right toes back under your heel. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, humble crescent. Draw your elbows to your navel. Release your fingertips to the mat and walk them around to wide-legged forward fold. I'm going to turn around so that we can face each other. So with your feet about one leg length apart, hinge from the hips, halfway lift. Exhale, spin your thighs behind you, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your left hand under your left nose. Inhale, reach up with the right. Exhale, bend into your right leg. Bring your right hand to the mat. Lift your left hand as you inhale. Skandasana. Place your hand back on the mat and walk yourself back to a wide-legged forward fold. Walk your hands all the way around to your right foot and step forward, mountain pose. Shift your weight into your right foot, all four corners of your foot. Lift your toes, then ground your toes down. Pick up the left leg and cross it over the right. You're taking the arms, left arm over right, then bend your elbows. Sink your hips down as you lift your ribs up. Crescent lunge. Step back, stack your heel and your toes. Press down into the earth with your right foot as you inhale, reach your elbows up. Exhale, elbows to navel. Drop your fingertips to the mat and walk yourself around to a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your right hand under your nose. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Inhale, lift right arm up. Skandasana. Bring your right hand to the mat. Walk yourself back to your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your hips. Bend your knees, then come all the way up. Let's heel toe our feet together, and we'll come down onto the mat. Please come into constructive rest, laying on your back with your knees bent, soles of your feet on the ground. Just notice here, notice your heart rate, your breath pace, any sensations in your legs or your feet, your hips. Step your feet as wide or wider than your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, lower both knees to the right. Draw your left leg down towards the short edge of your mat to create space. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Inhale to center. Exhale, lower both knees to the left. Reach your right arm up and draw your right knee down. Inhale, come back to center. Please move through a couple windshield wipers at your own pace. Inhale to center. Exhale, lower your knees on the opposite side. Pause at center. Roll to one side. And press yourself up to your seat. If you have a blanket or block to sit on, that could be really helpful here. Lift your hips higher than your knees. And have your blocks handy. You'll want them close by. Extend your right leg as you bring the left sole into your right inner thigh for Janu Sirsasana. Please turn your torso over your bent knee. Walk yourself over the bent knee. Place your hands on the floor to sturdy your body. Try not to lift the right hip up as you bend to the left. Breathe into your backside body. Walk yourself up to your seat. Let's place the block on the inside of the right leg. You may like more than one block here. Place your right forearm on the block. Inhale, left arm up and over. You can let your hand rest on your head, but let's not push or pull, just to lightly rest. Inhale, lift your elbow up a bit. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, rise up. Let's use our blocks to make a tower. I'm going to go on, I think, baby setting and the papa setting. Have you heard this before? The block, the baby, the mama, the papa. Or lower, medium, and high. I'm not really sure. Okay. Reach up, lift up your chest, draw your shoulders down your back, and then walk forward so you could place your forehead on the block. If you need multiple blocks, books, blankets, whatever you need here, try to allow your third eye to rest on the edge of a block. You might like to roll your head side to side, a little forehead massage, and then rest here for a moment. Let your body get heavy. Inhale, come back up. Stretch your left leg and bend both knees. Hook your inner elbows across your knees. Just a couple breath cycles here in this forward fold. And come back up. And this time, bring your right sole to your inner left thigh. The right sole of your foot. Turn your torso over your bent knee, then walk yourself over the bent knee. So you can see on this side, as I bend over, my left hip wants to come up with me. So that's where we're going to use the hands pressing down, down, down firmly into the earth so that we can stay steady and stable. Breathe into your backside body. Inhale, come back up. Use your block on the inner left leg, forearm, and then inhale, reach up and over with the right arm. Rest your hand on your head. Inhale, reach your right elbow up to the ceiling. And come back around. Let's make our block tower. Inhale, lift your chest. Draw your shoulders down. Exhale, begin to fold forward, bringing your third eye to the edge of a block or any prop that you might have. Let your body settle in. We're going to be here for several breath cycles. Let your hips get heavy into the earth. Inhale, come back up. Stretch both legs out in front of you. Lift your chest once more. Exhale, forward fold. You need not touch your toes or even come down further than where you are. I'd like you to keep a flat back, lower back, which means you need to lift your chest and come forward. It may mean bending your knees is the best option for you. In fact, I really like to start with my knees bent and then walk my hips back and let my body decide where my edge is today. Take a couple breath cycles here, and then we'll begin a little dynamic movement before we wind down the practice. Inhale, reach your hands up overhead. Drop them back behind you. Fingertips face your toes. Press down into the earth. Inhale, lift your hips. Drive your feet down towards the ground. Exhale, lower your hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, upward hands. Lower your hands behind your back. Press down into the earth. Lift. Exhale, lower your hips. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Drop your hands to the mat. Fingertips face your feet. Press down to lift up. Exhale, return. Please come all the way to lying down on your mat. Do this slowly, carefully. Extend both legs long. Let your body sense your new foundation for a moment. Pick up your right knee and hug it into your chest. Walk your left heel down slightly as you hug your right knee. So we're moving in opposite directions. Stay active in your stretch. It's easy to get a little lazy towards the end of our practice, especially after we have done so much in our balancing and in steadying the mind. Place your left hand on your outer right knee and draw the right knee to the left, supine twist. Spread your fingers out to a T and look to the right. If you'd like a block under your knee, that can be really supportive and helpful. It need not mean anything about you or your practice. The block is incredibly unbiased and supportive without asking for anything back. Use an inhale to return to center and once more hug your right knee to your chest. Then extend it long to meet the left and pause here to notice any circulation returning in your right leg, any sensation down the right leg, warmth, tingling. Pick up the left knee and draw it towards your chest. Walk the right heel down as you hug, squeeze the left leg. Stay active here. Notice what it's like for your right heel and your left knee to be moving in opposite directions while staying still. Right hand to the outer left knee, supine twist. Draw the left knee to the right. Spread your arms out and look to the left. Imagine your body getting heavy here. You can release any control of your breathing. See about doing less in this posture. Perhaps there's somewhere you're holding that you could let go. Please come back to center and hug your left knee once more. Then allow the left leg to meet the right, pausing to notice any sensation down the left leg. This time we'll draw both knees into the chest for Apanasana. You could close your eyes here. No need to lead your breath. You can begin to let your body breathe you. Notice on the inhale, your belly expands. And on the natural exhale, the belly descends down towards the earth. Draw your forehead up towards your knees and squeeze, giving yourself a hug for today's practice. And then extend out into Shavasana. You might like a blanket here across your body or an eye pillow. Be really nice, especially this time of year. Pull the flesh of your buttocks to the side and create a wider base, and let your ankles splay open. Option to have your hands, one hand on your heart and one on your belly, or perhaps both hands down on the ground today. Shavasana is our time of integration. We need not use the thinking mind here. In fact, using the thinking mind in Shavasana is counterindicative of what we're trying to do. Let all your face muscles soften. Soften the corners of your eyes, the muscles behind your eyes. Allow your tongue to lay flat at the bottom of your mouth. Imagine your shoulders rolling back and getting heavy into the earth. Notice any holding or gripping in your pelvis or your hips. And see if you can release. For today's Savasana practice, if you'd like an anchor for your mind, It's not interesting, but it does work. Anytime your mind wanders off, bring it back to the sensation of your heels touching the ground. Perhaps consider the weight, how heavy your heels are on the earth. Can your heels sense any temperature, any texture? Perhaps they sense the air in the room as it lightly grazes over your feet, your forehead, tops of your hands. If your mind has wandered somewhere, off into the clouds of the mind, see if you can bring it back to your body on the earth. In our last moments of Savasana, see if you can soften just a little bit more, maybe 1%. I invite you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you can. If now is the end of your practice, please begin to gently wiggle fingers and toes. Make bigger movements, roll wrists and ankles, or rock head side to side. I always like a full body stretch, sometimes called a morning stretch. Bend one knee and then the other, and roll to one side. Let's pause here for a moment and press yourself up to your seat. So the purpose of our physical practice is to help quiet the mind, to still the vrittis in preparation for meditation. I would be remiss if we didn't sit for a moment of meditation together after that practice. Please come into your comfortable seat. Close your eyes. Notice the quality of your mind. Yoga names the 5 qualities of mind as disturbed, dull, distracted, which is where most of us live most of the time, one-pointed. You may have experienced one-pointed focus in the balancing postures today or throughout the practice. And lucid or dreamlike. Without judgment or making it mean something about you, notice where you're at between disturbed and lucid. Maybe a little between distracted and one-pointed right now. I invite you to bring your hands to heart center and bow towards your heart in appreciation for yourself, for showing up for this practice. I thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me and allowing me to share some of my practice with you. Thank you so much. If you like today's practice, feel free to give it a like or share it with a friend. And you can always subscribe. I upload new videos weekly. They're aimed at regulating the nervous system. When our nervous system is dysregulated, we experience things like disease or dis-ease. So chronic pain, autoimmune conditions, depression, burnout, anxiety, overwhelm. These are all signs that our nervous system needs some attention, and we can do that with yoga and breath. So I hope you'll join me again. Thank you for being here.